is breaking news on 2 News at 7.
Thanks for watching ARC Salt Lake. I'm Brian Schnee. Beginning with breaking news. Within the last 5 minutes, police have canceled the Amber Alert that they issued just before 5 o'clock tonight. As soon as we get any more information, we will bring that to you both on air and online. You can be sure to download our 2 News mobile app for the very latest information. Tonight in Utah's Missing, 2 families of 2 missing vulnerable adults badly need your help. One man last seen in Ogden nearly 2 weeks ago. The other last seen in Salt Lake City, also more than a week ago. 20-year-old Coltin Jett has been missing since late November 14th out of the Ogden area. Coltin was last seen in the area of West 17th Street and Wall Avenue. He's been reported to law enforcement as missing and endangered. Coltin is vulnerable and autistic.
He looks over at my son's door and it's halfway cracked open, and that's not like him. Normally he has his door open and he's playing his video game. So my fiance cracks the door open and looks in there, and he wasn't in there. And so he goes in the living room and checks in the living room, because normally he'll lay in my big chair that I got in there. It's quite comfy. And I'm like, he comes down here, like kind of rushing down here, and he says, where's Colton? I'm like, he's upstairs. He's like, he's not upstairs. And I was like, I'm going to say this. I said, what the hell do you mean? He's not up there. I looked everywhere. I'm like, go look on our property, because we have a small lot in the back where we have a farmhouse and we have our goats back there. And he went back to a flashlight, everything looked. And so as a double amputee, I got my legs on and I get in my car, and we went the first place that we knew that he would even go, which is the Riverwalk. Because normally he sits over there and clears his head or whatnot. And I'm like, I got on my electric scooter that I use, and I rolled down there with him with the flashlight. We're yelling for his name. We searched there for about an hour, and I'm like, he's not here. He's not here. And so I get back in my car and I go over to the Winco parking lot thinking maybe he went over there. Nowhere. We went over to Walmart. Walmart was already closed, so there was nothing over there. I come home directly and I'm like, I'm calling the cops. This is not a norm. Because we tried to call his phone was off. And I'm like, my son doesn't have his phone off. He normally has his phone on. He lives on his phone, okay? Like these kids normally do. And I'm like, this isn't normal. Because if his phone was dead, he would be plugging it in. So I called the 911 number and I said, my son's missing. I need to get some help here. This is not like him. He's autistic. He has these things going on. He does have some mental issues, but he is very autistic. He doesn't know direction. He doesn't know what a dollar bill even is of value. He doesn't know any of that. That's why I take care of his every single need. His financial need, his mental need, everything. I take care of everything. I'm sorry, I'm breaking down. So, on this whole aspect, the cops get the missing person thing going on. They give us a pamphlet. We fill it all out, give it to them. Okay, we're going to look. When they went over there, they looked. Said they couldn't find anything. So, this whole night we're searching. We didn't come home till 3 in the morning.
So Bobbi shared that officers searched on foot and flew drones in the hours after Coltin went missing, but she hasn't heard from Ogden police, so she says, in the last week or so. Now, Bobbi told me she also located various social media accounts belonging to Coltin, including a TikTok, a Discord, and Instagram that she didn't know about. Coltin was last seen wearing a dark navy hoodie, jeans, black skater shoes with red writing. Canines searched near their home.
They came out. They ran my son's scent from our fence line all the way down to the end of the driveway here, which is West 17th and Wall. They said they lost his scent at the corner. So I said, by chance, can you take the dogs and go down to the wooded area and see if you smell him there? They did. We were already over there calling for my son, doing whatever we could. And they said they didn't have any scent of any kind. So they said that indicated that someone picked him up. My son is very vulnerable. He's not mentally stable. This is why he doesn't live on his own, because he can't. I'm the one taking care of every need for him. So that's why I'm so worried. Anybody that has a tip, I just want them to reach out and help me. Like, I'm limited. I already have 1,500 plus flyers out, and everybody's seeing them in the community, which I'm grateful, but I'm not getting any tips of any kind. And if Honestly, whoever can reach out, there's going to be a big benefit for them. I know they're probably not worried about that, but they're going to get a benefit from God and from a reward that I have. It's not just the 300. There's something else out there, but I'm not willing to give that out yet. And so, if someone can reach out, someone's got to know something. I'm just so devastated and traumatized by this. This is the worst nightmare I've ever lived in. I go to bed worrying about where he's at. I wake up in this nightmare. This is not the way someone's life should be. Take a little bit of time out of your day, please, and just reach out if you see somebody that looks like him. Go talk to them. There's no harm in speaking to somebody to know the facts about someone that's missing.
Well, it's clear this family needs your help. If you are able and in the Ogden area, they really could use some extra assistance searching for Coltin. Bobbi shared this message directly to Coltin.
Coltin, if you're seeing this, please reach out to PD or me or anybody on these platforms. I'm missing you so much and I'm devastated. This is not something that you normally do, Coltin, so whoever's behind this, just reach out. Please. I need everybody's help. More eyes are better than two right now. That's all I can say, but I'm very devastated. I just need help.
Family and friends of August Beckwith have been searching for him in the area near the University of Utah. August is 29, was last seen running down Wakara Way near the U on November 17th. According to family and police, August is vulnerable and in severe mental health crisis. He is nonverbal and autistic.
He took a right into a hiking trail that runs alongside the Marriott Hotel on Wakara Way. That was the last confirmed sighting that we have of him. Immediately following that, we had two sightings. One in the west parking lot of the LDS Resource Center moving westward, and the next one was by the traffic circle right there by the stadium. Those were all within 30 minutes, but there are no cameras there. But that would make sense that two people saw him at that time, which led to a trajectory into the University of Utah. He was a student here back in about 10 years ago now. And he knows the campus. It's familiar to him. And we also have had clusters of other sightings of him on campus, most recently yesterday in a group of buildings that are very interesting to us. I had a dog come out today, had some interest in the Student Union building and around that area. So we are looking there. Another important thing to note about my son is that he's just the kindest, most wonderful. I mean, every mother says that about their son, but honestly, I've never known anyone, sorry, quite as generous. And he used to work full time when he was doing better, much better. He used to work sometimes 12-hour shifts for days on end. And at the end of every shift, he would drive down to the homeless people, strangely, and give them all of his money. He would walk them to the ATM. He'd drive them to the grocery store. He'd give them coats and blankets and anything that he could every single day. And he did that for several years. So we anticipated, he knows where all of the homeless shelters are because he was always there in the middle of it, just helping them out. And we anticipated he would actually be there by now. And so he hasn't been seen.
August was last seen wearing a gray hoodie, a red shirt underneath, black pants, black shoes. He had no coat, phone, or money with him when he ran.
In a parent's worst nightmare, that to have total strangers come up and just volunteer their time to help is tremendous. I think it says so much about where we live in Utah, and also, just about the community, but also just about people in general. I've also learned so much about the homeless community and how generous they are with each other. They're almost more generous than we are. They just make sure they take care of one another. And I think that everyone on every level, everywhere we've been, has just been compassionate and tremendous. I will say that sometimes I find myself here by myself, though, because it's hard for people to dedicate so much time. And I would really like to ask and compel people to just take 5 minutes of their life to stand up out of their seat, go out of their home, their own home, and just look around their own yard. That would be so incredibly helpful, because it could be that he's just hiding in someone's yard to stay warm at night and then trying to go out and look for food during the day. And if everyone in the valley stood up and looked around, it may help us solve this immediately. I don't think anyone could describe this, and no one would want to experience this. As a mother, it's your worst nightmare. It truly is. I want, instead of really focusing on how I feel, I'd like to go back to what people could do if we could. And I think another thing that people could do, and I would encourage people to do, is really look at August's photo right now. I will say that, the unshaven photograph that you see, he's a handsome young man. That's not the way he looked when he ran. He had been in the mental hospital for 3 months, and they released him prematurely from Huntsman Mental Health Institute. And he had not yet been stabilized enough to be released at that time. And he had also not been able to shave. So it's the first time he's ever had facial hair. And so his beard and hair is a result of that 3 months of growth. And if people can really look at his face and also memorize what he's wearing, he was wearing it was like a blue-gray hoodie. It has fleece in the hood. He has black sweatpants on and almost like slippers with no socks. And he has a light red t-shirt underneath that hoodie. Those are the most important things to remember.
His family says August is not a danger to others, but if you see him, do not approach him and don't let him out of your sight. But if you do see him, call 911 immediately so August can return home to his family. Be sure to join us every Wednesday for Utah's Missing here on ARC Salt Lake. We are dedicated to helping Utahns find their missing loved ones or share new information on cold cases to help generate new tips. If you have a case you'd like to be shared, you can reach out to me directly, easily found on social media. Coming up on ARC Salt Lake, he was trapped for hours after a failed base jump. My exclusive interview with that jumper and what he says was the #1 thing he did wrong here.
See ya.
New video shows the moment a base jumper crashed on a cliff outside of Moab. The jumper was hurt, stuck on the cliff face for hours before finally being rescued. I spoke exclusively with that base jumper who says he's thankful to be alive.
I jumped there about a month ago with another friend who's like way more professional than I am. It worked out really well. It was a number of like really small, like nothing sort of decisions that made me end up there again. See ya.
Base jumping just outside of Moab on November 12th. Seconds into Scotty's jump, he was cliffed out.
I missed my left toggle, which is really the one that I want to be pulling to turn left.
Scotty hiked up to the area and was jumping by himself that day. He had 3 friends in the parking lot watching from below.
My initial like worry was just falling further. Like I didn't know how stable I was on the cliff there. It turned out I was quite stable. I'm okay.
Scotty's phone was in his pocket. He used Siri to make a phone call to his friends who called for help.
Just breathe. Start getting frustrated. Just breathe.
The whole time leading up to it, I was able to like be calmed down by my friends, just hear their voices, which is amazing, even when they weren't talking to me. And then the rescuers told me what they were doing through that call as well.
Scotty suffered a broken wrist and badly injured leg with the bone exposed, but not broken.
It's the number one thing I did wrong on this one. I chose an object that like I really needed to like be perfect on. Otherwise, like something bad was going to happen, and I wasn't perfect on it. So
ground rescuers were shuttled to the top of the cliff to prepare a rope system, allowing a rescuer to reach Scotty to provide first aid.
And I could see them down there. I could see them being shuttled up in the helicopter, and just like all these people are here to rescue me, and I'm not one that likes to ask for help normally.
Outright first.
I mean, there was no other option at this point, but like, yeah, I felt so much love from everybody.
Eventually, the DPS Aero Bureau hoisted him out. Scotty's been base jumping for about a year. He's unsure if he will do it again. He was in good spirits when we spoke and really wanted to make sure the rescuers knew how much he appreciated their help that day. He also mentioned that a lot of the rescuers themselves from Grand County know a thing or two about base jumping. So how is the holiday weekend going to shape up? For that, let's turn things over to meteorologist Chase Thomason with our first alert forecast.
Really comfortable weather as we head into your Thanksgiving. If you're traveling anywhere around our region, we'll be dealing with some very dry conditions. But folks, we got some changes as we head into the weekend, and for early next week, I am tracking 3 storms and potentially our first valley snow of the season. Now, none of these storms are looking like major winter storms, but hopefully it stacks up well at our ski resorts. And I think northern Utah should do okay. For tonight, though, we're quiet. Overnight lows dipping into the 20s and 30s across the state. We'll hover just above freezing here along the Wasatch Front. So for those turkey bowls in the morning, a little frosty, but just give it a few hours and temperatures rebounding nicely. These temperatures are about 10 degrees above average. For your Thanksgiving, we'll be in the mid to upper 50s along the Wasatch Front, some upper 40s in eastern Utah, upper 50s in central Utah, and very mild down in St. George at 64 degrees. T-shirt weather down south for your Thanksgiving. You can thank this ridge of high pressure that is sliding in, bringing in some very mild weather. Thanksgiving is our warmest day of the week, but I mentioned the pattern is going to change just a bit. I'm tracking a few storms out to our west. The first one moves in Friday night. Second storm moves in on Sunday, and definitely bringing in some cooler weather and hopefully a little bit of precipitation. So here we are for tomorrow. Notice a little bit of high cloud cover rolling in, but if you're traveling east, north, west, south, you're going to be just fine on those roads. Now, by Friday, most of the day is going to be dry. Notice what happens, though, by Friday night as this storm kind of clips northern Utah. Some light snow showers in the mountains and maybe a few rain showers in the valleys Friday night into early Saturday morning, and then tapering off by late Saturday morning with most of the snow at 7 a.m. on Saturday to our east in Wyoming and in Colorado. Not a big snowmaker for the mountains. If we're lucky, those ski resorts will get about 2 to 6 inches of snow by early Saturday morning, and maybe those mountain valleys and southwestern Wyoming getting a dusting to 1 inch. And for the valleys, probably less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. Then we have our Sunday storm. So Saturday, another busy travel day, pretty quiet on those roads. By Sunday, here comes that storm rolling in Sunday morning through midday, mainly impacting central and northern Utah, but we might see a stray shower to the south. Monday is another quiet day, in between day, with our third storm rolling in. Latest timing is Tuesday afternoon into Wednesday morning for northern and central Utah, and a few more of those spotty showers possible down south. This one might have a little bit more juice with it, so that could be bringing some higher snow totals to the mountains. St. George, enjoy the mid-60s through Friday. We're in the 50s over the weekend and into next week. If we're going to see a couple rain showers down in St. George, that will be on Sunday and Wednesday of next week. For your Thanksgiving, 57 in Salt Lake. We go to 53 on Friday, and then the cooler weather moves in over the weekend. 45 on Saturday, drops to 39 on Sunday, so some chilly weather. Those temperatures stay chilly into next week in the upper 30s and low 40s.
Breaking news now. We've got an update on tonight's Amber Alert. Family members of the 13-year-old girl who was reported missing telling 2 News that she's been found, along with 33-year-old Christopher Thomas Wiggins, in the state of Colorado. Location, exact location in Colorado, not clear here. The family is headed there now. We are told Wiggins is in custody. He was told to us by police as being a registered sex offender. Police canceled the Amber Alert about 20 minutes ago. When we learn more about this evolving situation, we will put it on our website, KUTV.com. Also join us tonight on 2 News at 10 o'clock. Thanks for joining us tonight at 7 here for Utah's Missing in Ark Salt Lake. Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you.